sweet sabbatical sisters. As promised, I am making you a drumming video. You know, we incorporated breath work into our Rainbow Body session, and so I think you probably have that to work with for breath work. We could always do more breath work, and just remember we are doing breath work at the sabbatical retreat. But what I thought you don't have and you might really enjoy is a video just of drumming. And so you can watch me, that's why I flipped the camera, so you can watch if you prefer, or you can just close your eyes and lay down, and I will do a traditional journey for you, about 10 minutes long. And really what this is designed to do is to soften you and take you into a deeper state of conscious awareness. These deeper states of awareness help you to hear your spirit guides more clearly. And so while I drum, and as you sort of let yourself really, really go deeply into the experience, let the drum beat take you. As you do that, you might hear things, you might see symbols or images, you might smell something all of a sudden that wasn't there when the video started, and that's all okay. Those are all ways that spirit communicates with you. But what the drum beat does is it keeps your conscious mind busy so that your subconscious can really connect in. And so at first you might think, oh, I'm focusing on the drum and I can't relax. But after a few minutes, you'll find that your consciousness sort of splits and that your monkey mind chews on the drum beat a little bit. That keeps it occupied. But your subconscious mind, there may be moments where you don't even hear me drumming. And that's kind of how you know you've gone to a different place. So let's call our energy into present time. If you'd like to have a crystal with you, or if you'd like to anoint, you're welcome to. I'm going to begin with a slower drum beat, then it'll get stronger and faster, and then I will finish with what's called the comeback, or the callback. And the callback sounds like this. And the comeback or the callback, different people call it different things. Usually you hear callback. Callback tends to happen in fours and quads because it's calling you back from the four directions. And so after the callback, then you'll hear a fast beating, and then you'll hear one final lock or completion of the journey, which will sound like. And when you hear the lock, it's not the callback, because we've already done the callback and that happens 4 times. The lock is a single, and that's how you'll know I'm finished. Of course, I won't be continuing, so you'll also know I'm finished that way, but that's sort of the traditional journey set, if you will, for drum. And so you can choose to lay down, you can choose just to stay seated, you can choose to burn a beautiful incense, or just simply as you are right now, enjoying these few minutes. This is a gift to you to carry forward, to anchor you when you're feeling stressed. This is something you can keep on your phone or on your computer and just let it take you away for a few minutes. Anytime you need that, that's what this is for. And on we go. to my beloved drum. I'm just taking a moment to ground some of that energy in to the earth, palms of my hands. Sending that sweet medicine of sound and frequency down into Gaia, imagining it flowing from my hands down into the layers of rock and soil and time and bone and mineral and element. Thank you for letting me bring that to you. In so many ways, this is something of an opening video for us, truly, for the month of September, which is really exciting. And so I guess I'll sort of transition and offer that here too, and then maybe we can consider this our place to begin. You know, I mean, in a way, there's no more beautiful place to begin a month than right there, than with the incredible power of the drum to take you into an altered state, you know, and truly the softness that you feel right now, the softness that I feel right now, because I journeyed with you even though I drummed, that is an altered state of consciousness. That is a higher level of conscious awareness. And from that place, you know, when you try to work a problem or when you try to communicate, everything seems clearer, doesn't it? It's like your intention becomes more refined and more focused. Your ability to communicate that intention becomes enhanced. And I think, you know, because we're coming into the equinox, right? We're coming into the month of the harvest at Mabon, the primary harvest on September 21st. You know, I think really what this month is about is giving thanks and finding your balance between, you know, the mundane and the magical, and really being able to be in a deep state of gratitude this month, the whole month. I would love to really challenge you from September 1st to the 30th. Can you stay in a place of really deep gratitude for everything that is coming up from the earth for you, right? What is your harvest this year? I wonder, my sister, what's your harvest? You know, what was the primary thing for you? This very week we're celebrating my biggest harvest of the year, which is my first book. You know, I'm trying not to talk about it too much, but I'm like a mother with a child who's really proud, you know, and I want to thank all of you because you guys have been more supportive of me than anyone in terms of, you know, pre-ordering the book, and what you see is the sound bath that I have created or the setup at least for the sound bath I created as a gift for everybody who purchased the book. But I really want to thank you for your support. And so that you're seeing my harvest happen right now. The timing of it is really sweet and divine. But you know, not all my crops made it this year, right? There were things that I wanted to happen or experiences I wanted to have, and for whatever reason, they didn't or I couldn't. And I'm kind of celebrating those too, because if you think about harvest as not just what you get, but what is meant for you, I think harvest takes on a different connotation then. I think it takes on a different energy. You know, we talked this past week about what you seek is seeking you, right, at our full moon ritual where we celebrated Diana. But I really think that's true. Your harvest is what was intended for you. And so it's really important to find that deep place of gratitude, even if some of the harvests are not easy, right? Some of the harvests that we experience require us to let go with grace. And sometimes that's hard. But if you look back, I think in the fullness of time across your life, the things you didn't get blessed you as much as the things that you did. I can point to 100 examples in my life, and I'm sure you can too, right? Especially as you get older, you get that sort of clarity of hindsight, and I can point to hundreds of things, literally, where if I'd gotten them, I wouldn't have been better off. And so we think we know what's right for us. We think when we plant our crops that it's like, well, this is what I'm supposed to grow, and that's what I'm supposed to have, and this is what I'm supposed to create. And sometimes Spirit only has that one way to keep us from getting ourselves into trouble, because we see A and B, but we don't see C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, all of the dominoes that will fall once we get what we thought we wanted, you know? And so there's so many times in my life where I look back and I think, I'm so grateful for not getting the thing or the relationship, right? I mean, I remember a time where I really wanted my relationship to survive, and it absolutely should not have on any level. But here I was thinking I knew what was right, and here I was getting super pissed at my spirit guides for not letting me have the person, right? And it's like, gosh, in the fullness of time, I want to run and find him and thank him for leaving. You know, or he didn't really leave. We sort of, like, circumstances pulled us apart. But I want to thank my guides for not letting that happen. You know, as I watched what unfolded in his life, it was really obvious that wasn't the person I was meant to be with. And I do believe that my husband is. And so that wouldn't have happened. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But if you'd asked me then, that September, if I really thought I was doing a great job and super happy about my harvest, I probably would have said no, because I didn't get what I wanted. And so I want to invite you to look at this year's harvest. I don't mean this in a condescending way, but I want you to look at this year's harvest like as a big girl. You know what I mean? You know how it's like, it's little girls who go, well, I want this, and I need this, and I deserve this. Like, that's very little girl of us. I kind of want to be big girl about this harvest and say, you know what? I don't know everything that's right for me all the time. And so those little plants that withered weren't meant to grow. Maybe they would have, I don't know, attracted some bacteria that would have hurt my other plants, and that's why it didn't grow. You know what I mean? You just never know why things shake down the way they do. And in my life, I'm always pleasantly surprised. You know, I've learned to really give the universe permission to treat me by saying this or something better. You know, universe, I would love for this to happen, but this or something better. And recently, there was something that I really thought was going to come together in my life. And I talked to Dave, and he was talking to me, and we were looking at, you know, what we wanted to do. And I said to him, if that thing doesn't, like, land in my lap, I don't want it. And I said to my guides, if you make this so effortless that it just looks impossibly easy, then I will be so happy to receive. But if you put any obstacles in the way of it, I will absolutely know that's a sign from you. And I will surrender my desire completely. And the next day, an obstacle. And I looked up and I said, I completely surrender. I am backing up. And do you know, I felt like a big girl. It wasn't that I didn't want the thing. And 20 years ago, I might have thrown a little mini little girl temper tantrum about it, or at least felt bad for myself or thought, you know, something else. But literally, I spent 5 more minutes on it. I said thank you, because obviously it wasn't meant for me. And who knows? I mean, if that had come to pass, something else might not have happened, or may have carried something with it that wasn't going to serve me in the long run. I've just learned to trust. And then what is really beautiful is when something does just land in your hands. You know, it's like you could look at it and say, that's mine. I didn't reach up and grab it. I didn't yank it off the tree. I didn't beg it. I didn't borrow it. I didn't steal it. It landed. And I caught it. Right? I want you to catch something and look at the harvest this year through that lens. If you didn't catch it, it wasn't meant to be yours. Aho. And on we go. So happy September. I hope you enjoyed the drumming. We're going to kick off an exciting month here, you guys. I have a couple of things that I have in mind for you guys in Denver, so when I find them, I will come live to you and show them all to you as well. Enjoy the Denver Gem Show. If you're new to Sabbatical, new to Sage Goddess, new to the Denver Gem Show, maybe you don't know what I'm talking about. Every September, I go to Denver for a week to the 2nd largest international gem show in the United States. The 1st largest is Tucson. But I usually find some special tools for Sabbatical. And so you'll at least see me probably once, if not twice or 3 times live. From the Denver Gem Show. So I hope you're looking forward to that too. There's some special things I had custom made behind the scenes, and they're arriving there. I have one of my dear friends is bringing them to the show, and so I'm looking forward to showing you what that is. But in the meantime, enjoy your month. Look at the harvest in a different way and hold out your hands. There are things arriving to you. And when they land in your hands in an effortless way, you're going to look up and say, I know that's mine. And so it is. Cheers. Happy harvest. Happy Maybon. I will look forward to seeing you soon. I love you, my sisters. Have a great month. I'll see you soon.